It's official. DLFM 106.9.
Yamamo akwaba Africa siabono echiremu eni. Ghana mampene John Dramani Mahama anano mi de twamwen adesem ade atuja echiremu se. Achirechire for me teacher and nursing trainees allowances no. Oban homadi na ben etimi atua ede afa controller and accountant general department. Netimi awanyakopo ya aduna busumbi adua. Sala wei wonomsa etimi asosiye pam. Ghana mampene echiremu se. Edum pempenso bia sala wewe ekoye nsempi na ebedu baabi na dile atimi apa akyerɛkyerɛfo na afi so nursefo behwe animu saa etimi ma eba ne sa na ha adweye pande Ghana mampani echirem sem ekoye hodo abosom du a Ghana adwumayefo anasa ba adwumayefo nsa komisika na tapepe ne nkopɔ ya na busum du a monso amoye teacher kyerɛni na afi so nursing training fo yi monso betumi akasika we ya dre nya de betumi akomukram Ghana mampani sa de tu jamle kopie mu atifide matam dwada ta akɔbɔye ewa Jubilee Park na watamale eno no na kan thank you to dwumadi a na obo ewa tifede mantanem efa ne kunum de odiye ewa mfempem mienu ni aduonu ena abato na Ghana mampani kasa no de sensei ena ode atu edwa.
There's good news for nursing and teacher trainees. Nursing and teacher trainees allowances are to be paid directly by the controller and accountant general. This has been made a part of the compensations item in the budget. This will permanently eliminate the delay in trainees receiving their allowances. Means that anytime public sector workers receive their monthly salaries, teacher and nursing trainees will also receive their allowances. The Ministry of Youth Development and Empowerment has launched technical committees to oversee the execution of the Ejumaura program and the National Apprenticeship program, which were major promises in the NDC manifesto.
Enu achina Ghana mampani John Dramani Mahama nto mo kopie mo ewa tifede matemu esan ekokopie mo ewo yana Abubakar a otoso mienu ono na yohno popo a odada bon eye enanam atrenkwadwa ano ni nyina ka eye ne thank you to ntabo na okoso ewe ye atifide matemu Ghana mampani ka semu na wasan akire mi se ogututu to na matumi aboa ma adehya mo watamale du ba bia na nsuo ho akwatwe obeboa pa ma nsuo monya bianom ewa adehya mo watamale ni potem se beboa na mo so masetrem atuma konkan edi amamo.
Tamale is also suffering a shortage of water, perennial water shortages. And that is because the population of Tamale continues increasing exponentially. And so at every point, we must plan to bring more water into Tamale. And so another priority project is to expand the Tamale water supply. This time, our intention is to draw the water from the south of Tamale, that is from as far as Yape on the White Volta, and bring that water through Honorable Haruna's constituency. And agriculture, we realize that because of climate change, the rainfall pattern is erratic. And so government is targeting irrigation development because without water control, farming becomes like gambling. I remember last year after our farmers had planted, the rains were good, and then at a certain point, the rain stopped falling for almost 10 weeks, and many farmers lost their crops. And so our intention is to focus on irrigated agriculture, and the northern region is going to get its fair share of the initial 10,000 hectares of land that we're going to put under irrigation.
Enuachi ana Ghana mampene John Dramani Mahama ese adehya mo wo yendi nimpotem mate den efrise oba besia ya sabia chichiri aboa mapo moden akonkan efrise du ba bia ekwa tenten a mutwa ekopa ya sabia ekro no ha dwenye panti na ban ya bebo no homoden aboa ma adehya mo yendi nsuma po moden ni ma akonkan efrise oba besia ya sabia kese pa de asomo e wonpotem honom.
And the healthcare, one project that has been dear to your hearts, that has been left abandoned for so many years, is the Yendi Hospital. I can assure you, working with Lawyer Jofa, we're going to achieve that project and build a modern healthcare facility here in Yendi. In addition, we intend to upgrade the old Tamale Central Hospital in order that it will ease the pressure on the Tamale Teaching Hospital. So we're going to upgrade both the Tamale Municipal Hospital, which used to be called West Hospital at Jogbeli, and the Tamale Central Hospital are both going to be upgraded so that we can ease the pressure on the Tamale Teaching Hospital. There are two important water projects that we intend to undertake during the tenure of this administration. And one of them is the Yendi Water Supply Project. Nayana, I can assure you that inshallah, by the time I come to say goodbye at the end of the tenure of my administration, Yendi will have enough water supply to drink.
Nekra mono ena Ghana mampene. Berema Obuada John Dramani Mahama chirimusu. Adisha mu atifide matemu matedena pa efrisem. Obon homa de besi eye bulk electricity supply point. Ede ama eye eastern corridor na boa pa manyinam kanea nso. Eje na so atwitwe ma adisha mu atifide matemu nyanyam kanea ba patima devisa na nsen de ekoso na enya kram. Edu ba bia kafre kadwo. Sese na nyam kanea bonani se frefro chirim se ha adwen yipa ne senti. Adisha mu atifide matemu de matede na devisa nyam kanea na enche bebeje na so na monso. Manyinam kanea ho sensem. Edu ba bia ha adwen no ne nyina to atimi atwa.
We know that Yendi, Bimbila, and the whole of the Eastern Corridor suffer from low voltage in electricity supply. I've spoken to the Minister of Energy and Green Transition, and he has agreed that we should build another bulk supply point on the Eastern Corridor so that it will raise the voltage that Yendi and Bimbila and Kushegu and all of you receive. And Diana, there's a lot of work to do, but I know that with your support and prayers, we shall achieve all that we have set for ourselves. I want to assure the people of Northern Region, which actually is my region. I was not born in Savannah region, I was born in Northern Region. At the time I was born, there was no Savannah region. And so I'm a son of the Northern Region. And aside from that, I did all my secondary school education here from 1 to upper 6. I came back as a national serviceman. I met a woman in Tamale, married her. And so nobody can be more of a northerner than I am.
DLFM 106.9.
Any awuti ye aya Ghana mampene John Dramani Mahama no chire me say obi antumi nkan chenso no sabi ofiatu atifide mantemu esre na da efrise hono mu no ofira na asifo nyina hono mu no mo
Adwoa Kasebone so na Minister of Lands and Natural Resources ye Emmanuel Amakofibua Ellen Sama Betudwa chesa ye forest reserve wa man ni mu no 288 na mu 44 de asai kra a chesa ya de omode colors ana cheche ne asai ne enseye na emu nkro de omode ye color red and yellow ana asensansensa ho no kire se sai na asai ne de ye ne hwe krampo na enye ye we no ne nsɛmtwafo etwetwe nkomo na chesa ku de enya aban any Ministry of Lands ko na emomayetimemfo ni na akoni titru ene eye na nanoma hemfo eye nsɛmtwafo ani maburu na ɔkyerɛ sɛ wɔse yɛbɔmɔden ane eye nkyerɛkyerɛ ede matimemfo no sane ebe ye ombehu sɛ eba ye forest ani eye ye nsu ehu hia pa sɛ ebetimi abɔ ho ban ewo man mu sanso na ɔmode nhyehyɛ pa ebegu akwamo mɛhwɛ sɛ obi abedi nhyehyɛ ne so sane ebe ye ɔmo entimi ensa eye ye mfuo ani ye nsuo no emfa ema ye na ɔkyerɛ sɛ aban any Ministry of Agriculture ebe kabom omo na ye agencies aka no sane ebe ye ombe kyerɛkyerɛ imabunu no kwan ombe fa so a eba ye nsuo any ye forest reserves na ombetimi abɔ ho ban. When
the Forestry Commission says that out of your 288 forests 44 is completely destroyed and that they have colors, 9 of the forests had red, yellow, and then blue. You know that this is a fighting machine. So that is critical. The other thing is engagement and education of the people of Ghana. If you have seen me in the last, that's the second part. Since I took office, my focus has been engaging the people of Ghana. I've been in parliament. I've been with traditional leaders. I've been with the media. I've been talking to the youth groups. Because this fight is not for the Minister of Lands or for the government. It's for the people of Ghana. It's for traditional authorities at all levels for us to accept that there are things that will be no-go area. There are things we can do, but there are things we must collectively say, this we can do. Not our water, not our forests, that gives us life. Now we have alternative livelihood. If you see us focusing on things like Trees for Life initiative, and we'll talk about a lot of programs we are going to do in that area. If you see us talking about all the other things, working with the other agencies, you will see my collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture. It's all about alternative livelihood and things we can do to empower the youth. The other thing has to be a strong focus on reclamation and revegetation of all these damaged lands. So these are the focus areas of our fight. I'll talk about the reforms. You know, one of the things we've done immediately I took office was to make sure that we scan the system. You see me set up committees to look at the system, because what we are talking about is also important. This mining sector is a very important. This is a sector that is the small scale mining sector. Is what has given the government of Ghana over $4.5 billion holding this economy. And so you need to understand that it's a very important sector. How do we sanitize it to make sure that people who are doing the right thing are giving the support? The difference this time is leadership. The difference this time is to tell the military. You know, the last time the military went to the forest reserve was 2022, according to the reports we have. At some point, they had to stop. This time, the police, when you hear the interior minister publicly saying to the police service that, listen, if you are caught as a police officer in any compromised position with this fight of illegal mining, the new IGP just announced that day I took office was to make sure that we scan the system. You see me set up committees to look at the system, because what we are talking about is also important. This mining sector is a very important. This is a sector that is the small scale mining sector. Is what has given the government of Ghana over $4.5 billion holding this economy. And so you need to understand that it's a very important sector. How do we sanitize it to make sure that people who are doing the right thing are giving the support? The difference this time is leadership. The difference this time is to tell the military. You know, the last time the military went to the forest reserve was 2022, according to the reports we have. At some point, they had to stop. This time, the police, when you hear the interior minister publicly saying to the police service that, listen, if you are caught as a police officer in any compromised position with this fight of illegal mining, the new IGP just announced that fighting Galamsey is a priority.
And a Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Emmanuel Amakofi Bua.
Yantua Kasabonsi MPMwe. Ewo akane Deputy Attorney General Alfred Tnyaya Boa Edensem Adwoa Agyei Sikapa. Omanga na timu se no. Edum pempenso bia na akane honhom ewo mayimu na akoye bisibisi basa enkwaye kram. Ogyirem se Ghana eni daache efrisem. Yetime ntenase enjune mfa maye ho tese wo man a ya daache betuma tetani papa aboa ma daache bi no bedi o man Ghana nim abo mo man etimi etu empon. Alfred Tnyaya Boa akase ekyirem sem. Ade ba ko betumi abopo no man yatumi akoye nim ne sem. Akane honhom betumi de adua mebu na bamu. Na yatumi abo ne na bebo ma Ghana empuntu atumi aba evriso man yanya fa hodie de na nso yakwa na ebesi yachi evrise tete pani o man yimu akanifo abedi o ma Ghana so nyanya kwanya oh sikadie sa o chemse du ba bia ha adwen ye pa ne sente Ghana fo nyanya na yanwene mamode asika be yempa adusua no yamma kane honhom no yemfa se tete mofra ne mo na dachi bi ne Ghana yatimi anya mama pa bebo na bedi o man esom. Alfred Tnyaya Boa said to Gamla Kopie Mom, our Medina Leadership Conference at Toja Osunyan, and na Integrity Upgrade Network Services, about modern share ya. Now, I'm a boy at me, I shall say, or my team say no. You bet my any pom bet me or my Ghana so, at me a boy, you know, my Dutch home, at me a pre or my Ghana can't one in Punto if they say a woman. A woman so many I did for who did and soon Punto up boy, and none say. Tetia penny or manimu, a can for you to make the 10 farm one, will be a ban in a do for pet. The open kwan obebe ya no men ya hu chiri pam wakase chemse Ghana for to meet na ya de sana chiri mebu na pay kwampa be fa so abona Ghana kwan wetua mo men so akane honhom no etuma tumpon o ma Ghana mu afre Tnyaya Boa the same way e de tuja.
Without a responsible leader, the rising star after liberation from the colonialists will be a scar on us. I will, in my opinion, admonish schools to have courses on leadership so as to train our young ones the importance of having good leaders in our country. I'm making this suggestion because those universities here are already polluted. We've been corrupted. I again reiterate that without responsible leadership, which is the cure to our problems and challenges as a nation, the issues of unemployment, underdevelopment, and poverty will be diagnosed at various centers like this one, symposia and events. Nonetheless, the disease will remain uncured if the and challenges as a nation, the issues of unemployment, underdevelopment, and poverty will be diagnosed at various centers like this one, symposia and events. Nonetheless, the disease will remain uncured if the question of leadership is eliminated from there.
Any awutia cannot know Deputy Attorney General and did Alfred Tnyaya Boa and our ne kind. ne kwa kwa mo machebe ne ogire mu de ma de hia mo water no not eye Gideon boa konsi kire mu sem owom sanka pa ne sente be ya ye mo de enfa microphone sire no so mpone mi se openi de aduro de won so ye duro won chan be mo de na kasa na Ghana for aye krado leadership edu ba bia sikadie basa de na won so woka e de fa ho.
You see, sometimes we believe in ourselves so much and we believe in things that we believe in so much so that we think that should be the norm for people. And in so doing, we fail the integrity test in many respects because we close our eyes to the other side, their feelings, their personal beliefs, and we think that what we want is what must happen. That is not leadership with integrity. The leadership with integrity should be able to assess the other party's side. So, I mean, we are all young people here. We need to ensure that we take balanced decisions.
Any awoti mashaba jina ogina mo edema adehia wonom ewotano not abato mpesua so ne den ede Gideon boako nene ena otiye
Yantua Kasiabone so na enkanim na shebedwani edema dome kwabenya constituency na yesara Adwoa Safo ede abetuja chese ye General Secretary Justin Kodua edim no ye General Secretary edema MPP amanyoko na nyade obetimi akache ne sonka na nuntumu da na bro ne semtrofo kasa na ochese omanga na ye wo freedom of speech waso obi anya ho no timi ka ne ope wo man ni munti afi ade nti na General Secretary oba be kache ne se onka na nuntumu ende o yesa de nyade obetweama okra no de asemu etugya wa bra ye General Secretary na wachi etwam yo de betugya kire se MPP supporters and members na yade a omokeka amanyoko ne ho nsem ewo monte so ha adwinye papa ewo bra Sara Adwoa Safo ekotena TV so eka se former president na Nana Danko Akufo-Addo yade na wonti afutu omoka asam kire ne kra wonti no nam so ama party no edi nkugo ye ya ha adwinye papa ana se party na nyobia ana de ne be wono ane pe ana de be na yade o maha no atiti ni ye pa se ni dimpa o party nim ntanya de obia betimi akacha ne sonka na nuntumu da enya de ono de ensam wo hono mo de be hye ni mo yade obe kire mu e de ama amansani na mo mahu se party no say ana ekowom.
I am just reminding the party that this is a party that we fought for freedom of speech. We had our flag bearer, once flag bearer and once president, walk on the streets of Ghana demonstrating the Ghanaians should be allowed to speak. And it's a constitutional right, freedom of speech. Who started speaking? Our General Secretary. Who started speaking after we lost the election? He was going everywhere, explaining. He went to the extent of telling people that nobody should blame him for the election, what we lost. He went on radio saying that His Excellency, the President Nana Akufo-Addo, wasn't listening to them at cabinet. That is what Kodua went on radio to say. And what? Now it's Adwoa Safo stand and what? You are issuing a statement. What locus does he have? You were on radio. And if he wants to write a letter, a love letter to me, he should write that love letter. This is so general. And I don't think it's a general statement I want to respond to. But you started the game. He should go on social media and see how the party people are bashing him. He has an election coming up. He shouldn't allow himself to be manipulated and used for other people's cause. If you have an election coming up and your party base is bitter and they want a voice to speak for them, what I'm doing, I want to clarify something. I'm a lawyer. I've read that statement. I am not discussing party issues here. There has been a character assassination on me. I have been defamed by my own party, and I have a duty owed to myself to clarify, to set the record straight.
Enia uti ye nkanim mrashebedwani edema ye dome kwabenya constituency Sara Adwoa Safo na ne krakram no titinani edema MPP Council of Elders Hackman Owusu Agyei kasa no chem se de Adwoa Safo waji nsemu kra.
She has completely gone out of order, and the General Secretary has said, and she will refer to the disciplinary committee, and I think the rules will be followed. In the interregnum, meanwhile, we would ask her to cease all public utterances as far as the party is concerned. She has broken all the rules, and this is unacceptable. And as a party, we would apply the necessary regulations and then see what we can do. But for the time being, as I said, we are a bit dismayed and disappointed in what she has done, especially considering the fact that she's held quite senior positions in our government and the party. So Adwoa is being asked to stop all the utterances, all the interviews, all the whatever she's doing. It's a human institution. She's gone wrong, and we are telling her, please cease this, whatever you are doing, see these utterances, and then we'll see how we go going forward. And I hope that she would adhere to what we have said, the General Secretary has said in his release.
And I would say, your Titnani Edema MPP Council of Elders, a Hackman Owusu Agyei.
Yan to Akas, a boss, Uncle Swenjamwe, our MPP, or Snuku come in your Kunimum. Namasaba Jani Ojinamo, Edema this year, one more Equiapim North about to Peswaso, and now our Pima Temo, Sammy couldn't smart to that age, let me say. Ghana man penning John Dramani Mahama, dear. Wadada Ghana for pa every same. Obeka kyerɛ Ghana for so nya kwanya betena omanya kwanya so pa obadia so and a party nya dwuma se atena sem na yesi kwan na se yeyi kwan na contracting yade ato ha no mse ne ye biem obia opɛ bia atumi abeye bi no Ghana man pani ka se nkopa sa na obɛ nanso oba ye wanya ne sa kra se me wuku kyerɛ mu se Ghana man pani John Dramani Mahama emfempem yenu ene aduonum State of the Nations address no so na ekoso ma se bedwam ena Ghana man pani ebeka kyerɛ yen se Oba sa source a procurement no eso bete pa every say sabe ye pese yi kwan a bo mo de ma competition atumi abam contractor bi oye good obetumi abo na ye kwan ya konka na bo mo de bi na prom de ato nom mo bi atima nya bia na nso se me wuku kire mu se ye Ghana man penis ma beka ya no sa na sabe eye wroda sam ba kumpo anya adwuma o kire mu a obenim bosuma ye omende to so eye edunson emfempem me na donu ena enduonu num Ena Ghana man penning John Dramani Mahama ne first so say no edi kan course a o kire mi say mineral income investment fund for abomaden de contract akodwa anya semkuma Ghana for ehunu ho hwe odi ye nyina suli ya Ghana for nyina nte ho hwe kra suma si dwa ene course seme awoku kire mi say Ghana for yenya abotre boko ne benu ye ho nche biase abomaden atuma course nanim akwakoto abade ama National Democratic Congress endi samanyoko fimpim yenu ne de no abato visa babre ye pam Sammy Adwoa aka say kyerem sem o decided to jama ko PM Presbyterian College of Education and work upon and me dey twa mwen na ye opening boss ma to so aduonum mienu enfim PM ye na aduonu enum e na waka say o kyerem sem sa dwuma de aka say akoso school mititiru e test kono maden pa ya wonu executive ya to aba pa wonu ba beboa pa beboa MP ma yoko no nyema konkan e de ma wonu ma Sammy Adwoa kyerem ka kyerɛ wonu mo sem executive amoda test kono mo modern asem begyina mo na so na mo aboa Enfim premier aduonu nwatwa abato tete ha 2020 abato no eni akire mamaden entum ne anomfo na munyina mo nanso mo adwumaden fansom Ghana na mmoa ne yakopɔ ya de ma 2020 abato mpi ama yoku no enimu ekonim se me oku demre eni ye century continue go fi oboto twen komo pie mantene sa do so me ye no emu kire mu no eni
The journey towards 2028 has started. President Mahama, when he came to Parliament, said there will not be any soul sourcing on only time. On the 17th of March, why in the first soul sourcing? You can't soul sourcing now. There's Obi competition. Your friend one year the contract now. It with time, Ghana for the color TV, aqua black and white. But that requires hard work on our side. It requires diligence on our side. It requires dedication on our side. A condemned man fears no fall. They say, baby, I want now. Yempo, we are opposition. But we are a mighty minority in Parliament. Yes. Now, we are strong few, we are happy few, we are courageous few. NPP ni sorry kasa o parliamentar kusie bia ne bon ebe lori pa na je so oniema bie oni akukudura no onrika na so for parliamentar the mighty minority are yen ho no eda kwan we have both ye wakukudu and ye onrika. This constituency We are going to make sure it is blue. We maintain it being blue, and we hold on to our tradition to make sure this is the stronghold of the new patriotic party.
And now, Masiba General Jiramo, at the Madeshia, one a work we are not about to impress us in the day, at the Onimyam for Sammy Adwoa. And watchy, and I can't mercy cratchy, at the work we are not, a Sammy no, a lawyer, Berema Adwoa Sapon, a Sedu Labi, and so HMSM. Empiaman your quibble home a day, a pen you might be Mebundo and Yajumaya, and answer. Ya trouble, men people show down power 24 about 2 more. Or you know how one Tiasia cra. Oh, Chilemu says, Sabi and a Montua, a Quatwa by Momadin, a Quakwa Jessica, and Sana Trabano, and ya the penty, and Yapa, Mumpasha, mobile to me, Janny, I could put my 2028, no. But my Twabapa, the men pipi, not could be to me about. Waka said, Chilemu said, a bear yes, and Pia, you could buy money up in your Madame Bunsa, Quatwa, and Pebe, and Numpa, which now on Mochem Sanye, and young one from Swahoo, I Germany, and some petit sound from Sonia Mon Piaman, you could know. 2020, do made your magan and famous no may, Yakoyanim, Ewan Puntu, Emu.
You do Marco police, you do Marco immigration, you do Marco fire service teacher training, nursing training, and all those opportunities. Where are they? Of course, you do Marco free teachers. You do very bad. Don't see I'm come Diomonti brand, Abanomonto. But you see, in Pennyford, you can't casa. Oma can say, Achia, so yeah, then, Buye, Echina Beguina. So we are very much confident. Says Sammy Adwoa, you to do your new year in 2028 we can come back. But it's not going to be on a silver platter. Because at the time I was watching some of the videos where Dr. Bawumia would go and people would hail him. Give me Yabaha, Youth Connect. Member of Parliament was here. The whole place was full. Me, my baby aunt now. So, now we was for D-Day. You go to the police station, 5 people, 4 people, 3 people. Say, hey, where are them people? So, one man is Ghanaian for Twaba. It's unfortunate. But I'm telling you one thing. Those of you who have come into the school for the first time, I'm here first years, we welcome all of you. And like the General Secretary said, we are happy to have an MP who is all listening and ever ready to also be part of you.
And here we take up Piemo, our Quiapim not about to impress us or no Nakaneno, or your men Sinicrache, Eddie Ma Assembly nom. The day the lawyer, Berema Adwoa Sapon, I see du Labi, and which let me say, pass about my dear Pejuma, the one Quatwa bar. Most Mujisi cancer mass out to Sabe, Sanamo to me being Sibu cram. Ne kwa Kramuna, Aya Eastern Regional Youth Organizer, Edema MP Pamayokune Temu Musa, Raha H. Remusem. See about Nasa pass and Pipamayokuma. Na abanda de Tramumma, Nem Pipamayok, and this Amanoko Batana Benyasui, Atata and Nehuna. Oh, Chemus a hard ye Pamont Translation Hinta, a BC. Some Batanasa pa, Nas and yet more faculty. Na MP Pamayoko and Bassumiano Sasabi. So man sick and a beer dibia, Monfan Famina, Quansa Monton, San Fan Boko. Nasemba tuashe ni paso esibra mo na papa no sum ekwawie wi mo watch e na mo pempra de aba e bi incident o mo ka kire nisifo se sabi se tutu asem na ekwaso de munya sente sa pa de mu disia mo betipu e wo mayim.
Resist every oppressor's rule in this country. We will not want to assure you that we will resist every oppressor's rule in this country. We will not allow the NDC to misbehave, to touch any of our appointees unduly. We are not afraid of anybody. We are a country governed by rule of law. So if you say a penny for no, be one can, young family banso, NI before no, CI before, police before, the young from Yoko Shira before. We will not allow anybody. If they try to jagger our people, we will jagger them 2 times before. Ladies and gentlemen, be motivated, stand firm, stand by the new patriotic party. All we have is the new patriotic party. And Pennyfo Edi can hear party should try say, the party is ours and the government is a gift. Today, the government has slipped, but the party remains ours. And Maweniji Saoye new patriotic party member, Maweniji Saoye PPD, or Kwambiaso, new patriotic party by hook or group, inshallah, 2028. Yankopon ya domno tonsho guswa, ya beba power, ama endisi for ewo mchina bre. Let's understand, I'm not going to be now, I'm cancel etia party no. Mesramo say, don't join those people because it doesn't help in party building.
Eni a utiko PM wa PM Antemono ana waye Eastern Regional Youth Organizer Edema MPP Amanyuku no. Ne den di Adamu Musa Raha ana wote ne nkan. Amade boy yensem twene continue ko fi obone de fra PM Antemo. Ede besome ye ne agina we so adan ye ho akwaje na boafo nkrato ye ba kase bo no. Ye beto aso akenkan ne nyina ede asomo.
Makwantu ohunsam eye medadwen nanso meyensam tronenti menya daje ye hwehwemu ekohu Sunday Sam's consult na wonom nti ende metimi ba menya abre ne adaje ekenkan ye eye investigations about womo ana mehu se wo apply for visa assistance a enfeli efri se wonom ewo track records madansi die nie mamini ntreo Sunday Sam's consult edi Britia webi ebeje wo visa amawo se wo ko United Kingdom, Canada, Dubai, Poland, Croatia, Nafe Kradie, Serbia, any Greece in so abeka ho a work permit etechere. Ma menchire wo mo echire kwan. Sunday Sam's consult ewo Ofanko barrier, Asofan, our Ben Wise Park Hotel, ewo Asofan New Station hono mo a. Phone number 0244 291546. Email address nso samuel626@gmail.com. Yeti ehudi enti, we connect dreams with opportunities. Emanenye wadwendwen, frɛ wonom na nso bedi adanse Empo asedie media
106.9
Yamamo akwaba afianke kama adwen kyerebe o Facebook no so na yemfansom we say Kofi Parliament no kyerem sem Ghana when there is a disaster, that's when solution set in. What are we doing to stop it? Live from Agrabo Bikuma Apaya da se pagana there sa yes no sabe sensu amoyempa opete yensie dan da Baba Mahama Oboa said the successive governments have failed to equip Ghana Fire Service and Prison Service. These two services lack vehicles. Greeting to Abanga Yakubu Fuseni or your MPP National Youth Organizer who for Yadase Pam. When so free each other, was a good day to you guys. Pentecost said that Kwadwo Kwadwo Sammy with the Shekon Crown. And Nhyiraba Kwadwo Sammy Adwoa Agyei Sikapa. Seka Siabono. A more the person manam and them DJ Ghanaman Fidi and so go to the station one more. Nane nyina DJ Ghanaman DLFM anes sano dwuma no kyerem se Adwoa Agyei Sikapa ne Nhyiraba Kwadwo Sammy bo dwuma den ye panati yankopon wen hyira ya won tia se na yeso ya daase wen so free master planner junior kentampo no kyerem se fantastic news by all standards was keep up the good work getting to Hajia Safia Mohammed incoming national women organizer Edema MPP yeso ya daase pa na ansa na yeba so ne buka se no komo no we every DJ afiba nchan Osina danfo ne den Ede Mary eye Malonzi odema na maame ne den Nana Hima Judith ene eye wawoda enti Nana Hima Judith wankasa wo ba ne den Ede Mary Malonzi o kirem se ne wawoda nti happy birthday enko fama Nana Hima Judith ene wawoda yankopon hira wo ontra ne mu fa nkira wo oma de pa bia wa hyehyɛ wasase we so ne bi ma wo nsira ba mu sɛde wa ho fatie na wanim sɛdeɛ kyerɛ no Nakopa ma asase we no adepa bi a wasore bi man sɛbɛm no mpagya wo fa wo din ne din konkro no ɛma wo so emfra atomu enko atomu no yɛ wo nhyira na nhyira no emu so pa nti we yɛ happy birthday enko fama wo Nana Hima Judith we every one kasa wo ba Mary Malonzi ɛna ɔsɛ yɛn kankyɛ ne wa wo denti yakopɔn o nhyira wo pa na ɔnyɛ ɔkɛse pa Rena kasɛbɔ ne bu kom sɛ pon emu sɛmufoɔ no ɛyɛ maze meba antwi ne sɛ mu ɛde ma yɛn Kofite de ekopia on Facebook so ma wo so wunya bi ehwe ye akenkanfo so ye mienu edi ameje so atakwa de Kwadwo krom twoba wo de hyekonkron Nhyiraba Kwadwo Sammy bi mene
Adwoa Agyei Sikapa
yes so ma radio mu ya santo a efifuma hima na Adwoa Sikapa trans na na ye Adwoa danti diara wadwuma die no enya sem kuma ema mu nyina mo enitia adehye
midimafo pokwase maira